What if you woke up one day and were taken away from your home to a completely different world? A world where people were speaking in a language you didn't understand, where people looked and dressed differently and had a culture and history totally unlike your own. That's what could happen to 4,000 young, undocumented South Carolinians if they are forced to leave South Carolina through deportation. They were brought to the U.S. as children, some of them not even old enough to talk. For them, this is home.
I do think myself as an American because I was raised here, even though I wasn't born here. I have the ability, like an American, to succeed in life. When I heard about DECA, I was at school. At first, I didn't think I was going to qualify for some reason, but when I heard of it, it was just like, I can't believe it, you know. It's a great opportunity for me to actually become one step further to become what I actually dream of. It's like one of those things where you kind of write it as like a great memory, you know, like it's like an accomplishment. It's just, it felt amazing.
These young people have received Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, or DACA, giving them certain treasured rights.
It gives me deferred action from deportation for 2 years, renewable every 2 years until from there I don't know.
Once I applied for deferred action, I had a lot of benefits, including Social Security, a work permit, and the most important thing, to be able to go to college.
I was so happy. I just felt like, wow, nothing can stop me now. I qualify, I can get this, and I can go to school and make my parents proud.
While I was in California, DACA was announced in 2012, and I decided that it would be the perfect opportunity to come back to my family and friends in South Carolina.
If I was to apply for the Deferred Action, I was going to be able to work and go to school at the same time. So at that point, I felt like I was going to be able to help my parents.
The one thing that was not so great was the tuition bill. It was twice as much as I would have thought it would be, and I knew it was going to be a struggle, but somehow I was going to go through it.
Many are at the top of their high school class and graduate with honors and scholarships, only to realize they cannot accept financial aid and have to pay out-of-state tuition for local colleges and universities in the state they call home.
With DACA, you can enroll in college just like any normal student, but the thing about that is that even though you're enrolled in college, you're still considered out-of-state and you get charged out-of-state tuition.
I just remember looking at the cost comparison for in-state versus out-of-state and just thinking there's no way that people have to pay this much for the exact same class, and especially for someone who graduated from a South Carolina high school.
Many of us have families that rely on our income as students and as workers, which just makes college unaffordable.
I'm not able to receive any financial aid from the school or federal aid that will help me pay for college because I'm not a legal South Carolina resident.
On October 4th, 2014, many of these bright young people from all over South Carolina met to share their hopes for the future. Together, they made kites that symbolized their dreams of getting a higher education and a good job. As they flew their kites, they held on tight, just as they would have to do to overcome their struggles. They know their lives will be far from easy.
The state government should be investing in us because they have paid for primary education. They've paid for kindergarten through 12th grade. They've already invested in the foundation and what inspired us to continue in our education journey.
For me, it's pretty much equity means being able to walk into college just like any other college student goes in there. Hey, I got a loan, I got a scholarship. You know, I don't have to work as much, so I can concentrate in school. That's what it means to me.
Some students started a campaign to try to get in-state tuition. I'm a part of that group. It's Young Immigrants in Action, or YIA. It's really a grassroots movement with DACA recipients all around the state of South Carolina.
If they pass tuition equity here, that would give us the opportunity to give like way more back to our community.
My dream is to become an obstetrician and to be able to help out the Hispanic community and all the women out there that would need help.
I always had in mind the values that my parents showed me, and which was to be responsible and to fight for what you wanted, as long as it was the right thing.
These youth are the future of South Carolina. As a nation that reveres opportunity, we must do our part to give them a chance at the life they deserve.
Living in a city of immigrants, I don't need to go traveling. Open my door in the world while sin. Living in a city of immigrants. Living in a city that never sleeps. Heart keep the time to 1,000 beats. Singing in languages I don't speak. Living in a city of immigrants. City of black.